Hey, come students, we're back here with the second half of periodic trends. Before we get there, though, I just want to make sure we remember this. Electronegativity. This is the ability of an atom to bond in a bond to attract the electron. That's with the E negative, because electrons are negative. Okay, so basically think of these as things that really, really want an electron. They're so close to having that full energy level. They just need that one more electron. They're just about there, and so they really want the electron. Okay. We talked about how that trends to the right and up. So fluorine, for example, is the most electronegative element because it is basically at the point of becoming neon. Just needed to double check that. And so it really, really, really wants that one electron, okay? Then you guys did some practice on that. The reason I wanted you to see that is because ionization energy follows that same pattern from left to right and up from the bottom to the top. And this is the energy required to remove one electron from a neutral atom of an element. Make sure you have your notes with you, by the way, as we do this, okay? So ionization energy, like I said, it tends to increase as you go up a group. Again, groups are our columns, and increase as you move right in a period. Those are our rows. This changes with each electron that is removed. So this is just for the first ion being formed. So we're talking about what would it take for one electron to be removed from a neutral atom. So if we had, for example, sodium, Na, okay? I don't know if you can see my cursor, but it's going to be over on the left, and it has one valence electron because it's in the first group or the first column. And so there's not a lot of energy required to take that one away because it doesn't really want it. It's pretty close to having a stable full energy level if it gets rid of that one electron. Versus if you go all the way over to the top right, again, we have fluorine, which is very, very electronegative. It really, really wants to have those electrons, so it's going to take a lot of energy to make it an ion. It's like, no, like, no way are you taking this electron from me. I'm so close to looking like neon. I don't want you to take that, okay? So removing the electron gives an atom a charge. Those are the ions we talked about, our cations and our anions. Our cations are positive, just like our cats, because it lost a negative thing, so it has more positive protons than negative things. The anion is the reverse of that. It's a negative charge because it gained more electrons. That's our trend. Oxidation numbers. This is the charge of an anion, or of an ion rather. So you write that as a superscript right at the top, kind of like if you're writing squared, like 2 squared or something like that. And this is just going to show you the trends for how we will do that. Okay, so group 1 in general is going to be a +1 charge. Group 2 in general is going to be a +2 charge. We skip those ones kind of in the middle of the transition metals, and we go to group 13, has 3 valence electrons because 13 has a 3 at the end, so that's going to be a +3. This is the place where we kind of switch over. Before it was always, I'm going to get rid of my electron. It is now going to be kind of in the middle place because it is 4. So it's in the middle place of like, well, I could either lose 4 or gain 4. So you'll see plus or minus charge there. 15, group 15, 16, 17, this is where it's easier for them to take electrons to get a full energy level, to get that octet. And so they're going to take electrons, which means they'll have a negative charge. Ionic radius here is the radii of the ion. We won't spend much time on this, but relate it to atomic radius, okay? So when they become ions, the radii change. The ionic radius is the radius of a monoatomic ion. As they lose electrons, they're going to become smaller. As they gain electrons, they're going to become larger. It tends to increase as you go down a group, and that is that. We're going to play that this or that game later. It's not actually letting me go backwards, but we'll land here. All right, make sure you finished up your notes and make sure you do that practice.